Good morning, boys and girls, ladies and gents. This is Corey Wesley coming to you live and in living color from New York, Harlem to be exact. Welcome to another segment of Kitchen Table Talk with me, Corey Wesley. People have been asking, they always ask, so I just like to tell them these are available on miltonwest.co, co.com. So, what's been going on, everybody? It's Monday. New York City is in phase 2 of reopening. I saw traffic outside and I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Are you nervous? So anyway, how was your weekend? Juneteenth was great. I sat around and did absolutely nothing. And then I just watched a couple of videos and had soul food, listened to a lot of jazz and R&B, taking in the culture. And that's about it. And then I saw a lot of negativity. I was going through TikTok. I'm TikTok famous. No, just kidding. But noticing that a lot of our young African-American LGBT youth were expressing themselves, people of color were expressing themselves about the LGBT community and how racist it can be, and their experiences. And unfortunately, I saw a lot of Caucasian gay men attacking, being offensive, being oh, well, I'm not like that, or whatever. And it's like unfortunately, gay white men have taken certain things personal. I even had to cut off my comment section off of one because I could not believe what the things I was reading, and it was annoying me. And it actually was shifting my energy. And unfortunately, negativity is something that is very impactful in our lives. So I wanted to figure out how I cannot engage with all that negativity, because I'm in a really great place in my life. And when you're in a good place in your life, I always say you are responsible for the energy you bring into someone else's space. You are responsible for the energy you bring into someone else's space. And unfortunately, I feel that people don't, obviously, when people put their feelings out in the universe and on these platforms, it is open game, I guess, for some people in their mind to attack and be defensive. And obviously, I get upset with my Caucasian gay brothers and sisters because they don't listen. They are still not in a place where they understand, yes, police brutality has been affecting African Americans, people of color, but racism within the LGBT community has affected us as well. And you have to hear the dialogue. And I know the dialogue is uncomfortable for a lot of Caucasian people because they think that they have to speak for the whole population. If they feel like they are open and they're like, that's not how someone should feel, or they think they shouldn't feel that way because they don't have those certain thoughts, that does not negate the person's experience with other white gay men. And I find that to be annoying, that when you try to explain to a Caucasian gay white person your experiences with racism and being discriminated against, and your deep harbored feelings that you have about the community or about a certain population within the community, everyone jumps down your throat. Like white gay men, like, oh my God, racism, that doesn't exist. I'm not like that. And it's like, when are you going to learn that we have to have an open dialogue about racism? And just because you might not experience, like a guy said, well, the young African American in question I'm talking about, he said that white gays, and I'm going to try to quote, but it was white gays always complain about not being able to find a relationship, but they will reject every African American, a black gay. And I kind of agree with that to a certain extent. I don't know if you've heard the terminology, they will sleep with you, but they won't date you. So some Caucasian gay man put in the comments field, well, I'm not like that, and that's not true. That's not everybody. And he went in, he was like, well, I'm Caucasian and I date outside my race. Well, again, here we go with white privilege. White privilege allows you a little bit, maybe in your family might not like you dating outside of your race. However, as far as you approaching someone outside your race, that is your privilege, that most likely you're going to be well received, versus a black man who likes Caucasian men. It is a little bit more difficult. It's a little bit more harder. And you're not as well received. So his experience, as far as the young man was explaining, was his thoughts. And that was his experience. And every comment was negating this gentleman's experience. And it was annoying the hell out of me because I felt like, damn, we're not getting anywhere. White gay men are just all about themselves. Stop. I just wish they would stop. So, with that being said, yes, Shanti, my cousin, she says, I sip like Wendy Williams. I had to pull out, I don't know if you can see that, talking about negativity, why negative people are literally killing you. Because I went to Pratt for additional education, I went to Pratt for social media marketing and they tell you within the comments field that you should not be delete people's comments, basically in a business standpoint, because you are engaging, you're creating dialogue, you're creating content, and all well and good. I think that's great. However, going back to the statement that I always live by, and I need to buy a sign for my house, you are responsible for the energy you bring into someone's space. And I believe that these platforms are for us to air our viewpoints, and hopefully someone who may not agree with you has the know-all to step back and not attack. If you don't agree, that's fine, but you have to be able to separate if this is a person's experience or if this is facts and false information. If it's a person's experience, you cannot negate it. It does not say that it's not true. And when white gay men negate black gay men, their experiences with other gays, white gays, you cannot say that that's not true. Yes, it might not be true for you specifically, but it is true for that person, and it's up to the white Caucasian not to be defensive but to listen. However, if they're beyond listening and we have this negative approach, there are a lot of things that you have to do. You know, the effects of a negative person in your life is very drastic. Research has shown that even a small amount of negative brain activity can lead to a weakened immune system, making you more prone to illnesses, even led to heart attack or stroke. And this goes to my people of color. We're dealing with racism, and that's probably why we are so prone to so many illnesses in our lives, because we have racism, we had COVID, we've had all these things, HIV for gay men. Yes, anyone can get HIV. However, the minority population has always been subject to a higher rate of catching it and being infected by the illness. So we always have all these concerns, police brutality to worry about. So no wonder why we die of all these other things, hypertension and all that, because we have so much worry in our minds that it truly, truly is affecting us. Negative attitudes can also affect your intelligence, ability to think. According to Travis Bradbury, negativity compromises the effectiveness of the neurons in the hippocampus, and that's an important part of your brain responsible for reasoning and memory. So as I as I just read to you in my research, is that this is really something that you have to be cautious of. And I have a block list worth 1,000. I don't have time for people's energy. I have to save my own. I think some people take being, you blocked him and all that as, being childish. I don't. I think it's saving my energy. I think it's the best alternative. So as we continue to have these dialogues about racism and the uncomfortableness in it, you gotta, one, lessen the defensiveness to my Caucasian brothers and sisters, and to my people of color that are bringing this. You cannot allow all these negative energies to invade your space. If it's getting too much for you, it is your right to block the comments so that your statement, your opinion is out there for them people to listen to, but not try to deflate your experience. I think that's very, very valuable. I just thought that I wanted today is to take some of my positive energy and help some of my people of color, my youth, and address some issues with our Caucasian brothers and sisters. I do my research, and it's common sense, but you have to kind of read and retrain your brain when it comes to negativity versus positivity versus facts and fiction versus someone's experience, and learning not to negate someone's experience. I think that's a challenge, but it's really important in order for you or us to move forward in this the current state of the world, and that's racism. And it's not going away, and it's a conversation that we're going to be having for quite some time. It's been around for about 400 years. So just having a conversation 1 month is not going to do it. We need to have more conversation. So don't let negativity affect your brain. Well, thanks for tuning in to Kitchen Table Talk with Corey Wesley. As you can see, I got my ring light. I'm back in my location so you can see the kitchen. New York. Kitchen Table Talk. Well, remember, why is today the best day ever? Because you are a part of it. Make the best of it. And remember to stay blessed because you're already blessed. Remember to subscribe to my channel. I do need subscribers. Have a great day. And remember, just go out there and do it. And please be safe and wash your hands and put your mask on. For those that are going to work, I will continue to pray for you. Phase 2, here we go, New York. Let's do it. Mwah. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.